Listen, I need you to understand something right now. Nobody owes you anything. Nobody is sitting around thinking about how they can make your life easier. The world doesn't stop just because you're struggling. The hard truth, no one cares. And I don't say that to be harsh. I say that because the moment you truly accept it is the moment you take control of your life. See, too many people spend their days looking for sympathy, waiting for someone to come save them. They think if they tell enough people about their problems, someone will step in and fix them. But let me tell you something. You can cry, you can complain, you can blame your circumstances, but at the end of the day, nothing changes unless you change. You ever notice how the world keeps moving even when you're at your lowest? You could be going through the hardest season of your life, and guess what? Bills still need to be paid, deadlines don't pause, opportunities won't wait for you to feel ready, life keeps going whether you're prepared or not, and that means you got two choices. Sit there and dwell on how unfair things are, or get up and do something about it. I hear people say, but you don't understand my situation. You don't know what I've been through, and you're right. I don't. But let me ask you this. Is dwelling on it going to change it? Is feeling sorry for yourself going to put food on the table? Is waiting for someone else to believe in you going to make your dreams a reality? No, because while you sit there hoping for someone to notice your pain, somebody else is out there grinding, building, pushing forward despite their own struggles. I'm not saying what you've been through doesn't matter. I'm saying it's not an excuse to stop moving. Everybody has a story. Everybody has battles. Some people grew up without a father. Some people have been homeless. Some people have been betrayed, left behind, counted out. And yet some of those same people are out here winning because they refuse to let their circumstances define them. You can either be a victim of your situation or a victor over it, but you can't be both. I need you to stop waiting for someone to hand you an opportunity. Stop waiting for someone to validate your struggle. Stop waiting for someone to tell you it's okay to go after your dreams. Because the truth is, the world is not checking for you like that. You have to make people pay attention by showing up every single day and putting in the work. You ever notice how people only start caring when they see results? When you're down, nobody's watching. But the moment you start winning, the moment you start making noise, suddenly everybody wants to know your story. Suddenly they're asking, how did you do it? Suddenly they're inspired. But where were they when you were in the trenches? Where were they when you were struggling in silence? Exactly. So stop waiting for support. Stop looking for applause. Stop expecting the world to give you a break. Instead, make a decision that no matter what happens, no matter who believes in you, no matter how tough things get, you are going to keep pushing forward. Because the moment you accept that nobody is coming to save you is the moment you become unstoppable. Everybody's got problems. Everybody's fighting a battle that nobody else can see. But let me tell you something. Your struggles are yours. Nobody else is going to carry that weight for you. Nobody else is going to wake up every morning and push through the pain for you. See, I get it. Life hits hard. You might be going through something right now that feels unbearable. You might feel like you've been dealt a bad hand, like you've been left behind while everyone else is moving ahead. But listen to me, waiting for someone to come and fix it, waiting for somebody to notice how hard it's been, waiting for the world to stop and feel sorry for you, that's a waste of time. Because life doesn't slow down just because you're hurting. You ever notice how when you're at your lower, people might say, I'm here for you, but they still go on living their lives? They'll check in, they'll give you a few words of encouragement, but at the end of the day, they have their own problems to deal with. And that's not selfish, it's reality. You have to understand, people care, but not enough to carry your burdens for you. And they shouldn't have to, because this is your journey. So what are you going to do? Sit there and feel sorry for yourself, complain about how unfair life is, or you're going to take that pain, take that struggle, take that disappointment, and use it as fuel. Because let me tell you something. The people who win in life are the ones who take their struggles and turn them into strength. Nobody is exempt from hardship. Everybody's been through something. Some of the most successful people you admire have been through hell, but you know why they made it? Because they stopped looking for someone to rescue them and became their own rescue plan. They took responsibility for their own pain. They stopped waiting for the world to make things right and decided to fight for the life they wanted. You've got to get to a point where you say, this is my struggle and I own it. This is my challenge and I'm going to face it. Because the moment you take ownership of your pain, it loses its power over you. I know it's tough. I know it's not fair. I know you feel like you shouldn't have to go through what you're going through, but life doesn't care about what's fair. Life doesn't care about what you deserve. It responds to what, and as long as you're waiting for someone to recognize your pain, you're stuck. So stop waiting, stop wishing, stop hoping somebody will come along and make it easier. Because the moment you realize that you are the only one who can change your life is the moment everything shifts. No more excuses. No more waiting for a break. No more hoping somebody will come pick you up. Get up, take control, and handle your business. Because nobody's going to carry you, but if you carry yourself, you will go further than you ever imagined. Listen, I need you to hear me on this. Excuses don't pay the bills. Excuses don't get results. Excuses don't build dreams. You can tell yourself all the reasons why you can't do something, or you can find the one reason why you must. But you can't do both. I get it. Life isn't easy. You've got obstacles, setbacks, people doubting you, situations that seem impossible. But none of that changes the fact that if you don't put in the work, nothing is going to change. You can sit there and talk about how hard it is, how unfair it is, how tired you are. But guess what? That's not going to stop the rent from being due. That's not going to make your dreams come true. That's not going to put food on the table. You ever notice how people always have time for excuses, but never have time to actually do the work? They say, I don't have time. But somehow they've got time to scroll on their phone for hours. They've got time to binge watch shows. They've got time to talk about what they would do if things were different. You know what that tells me? It's not about time. It's about priority. You make time for what matters. Period. And the truth is, some of you aren't where you want to be, not because you don't have the talent, not because you don't have the ability, but because you keep letting excuses run your life. You keep telling yourself, I'll start tomorrow. You keep saying it's not the right time. You keep convincing yourself that your circumstances are holding you back when in reality, it's your mindset. Let me tell you something. Life is always going to give you a reason to quit. It's always going to test you, push you, try to break you. But winners don't look for a way out. Winners look for a way through. Winners don't say, I can't. Winners say, how can I? You've got to get to a point where you stop looking for reasons why it won't work and start focusing on how to make it work. Because if you really want it, you'll find a way. And if you don't, you'll find an excuse. I don't care how tired you are. I don't care how hard it is. I don't care how many times you failed. If you still have breath in your lungs, you've still got a chance to make it happen. But you've got to be willing to let go of the excuses and put in the work. Because at the end of the day, the world doesn't care why you didn't make it happen. The world only sees results. So stop talking about what you could do and start proving what you will do. Everybody wants to be great when they feel like it. Everybody wants success when it's easy, when it's exciting, when the energy is high. But let me ask you something. What happens when the motivation runs out? What happens when you wake up and don't feel like grinding? What happens when nobody is clapping for you? Nobody is watching. Nobody is pushing you, because that's where the real test begins. Motivation is good, but it's not enough. Motivation fades. It comes and goes like the wind. Some days you wake up ready to take on the world, and other days you don't even want to get out of bed. That's normal. But you can't build success on something that's temporary. You need something stronger. You need discipline. Discipline is what keeps you going when motivation disappears. Discipline is what makes you show up, put in the work, and stay locked in even when you don't feel like it. Because let me tell you something. Success doesn't care about your feelings. Your dreams don't care if you're tired. Your goals don't care if you had a rough day. The results don't ask if you were in the mood to grind. Either you did the work or you didn't. Either you showed up or you didn't. That's what separates winners from everyone else. You think champions wake up every day feeling like training? You think the greats always feel like pushing through pain, rejection, and setbacks? No, but they do it anyway. Why? Because they have trained themselves to be consistent no matter how they feel. And that's where most people fail. Most people rely on emotions. They work hard when they feel good, and they slack off when they don't. But let me tell you right now, if you live by your feelings, you will never be consistent. And if you're not consistent, you will never be great. I hear people say, I just don't feel motivated anymore. So what? Do it anyway. I don't feel like working out today. Do it anyway. I don't feel like studying. Do it anyway. Because winners don't wait to feel like it. They just get it done. You have to train yourself to show up regardless. If you say you're going to wake up at 5 a.m., then wake up at 5 a.m., even if you're tired. If you say you're going to grind every day, then grind every day, even when nobody is watching. Because every time you follow through on your commitments, you build mental toughness. You create a habit of showing up no matter what. And once discipline takes over, you don't need motivation anymore. You see, motivation is like a spark. It can get you started, but it won't keep you going. Discipline is the fire that keeps burning long after the spark is gone. And if you really want to succeed, if you really want to reach that next level, then stop waiting to feel ready and start training yourself to be consistent. Because at the end of the day, motivation is temporary. Discipline is what makes sure you win. You keep waiting for somebody to tell you it's okay to go after your dreams. You keep looking around, hoping for approval, hoping for a pat on the back, hoping for someone to validate what's already inside of you. Let me tell you something. You don't need permission to be great. You don't need anybody to sign off on your destiny. You don't need the world to understand your vision before you start chasing it. Too many people waste their lives waiting. They wait for their family to believe in them. They wait for their friends to support them. They wait for society to tell them it's the right time. And guess what? While they're waiting, somebody else is out there grinding. Somebody else is out there making it happen. Somebody else is taking the risk, making the sacrifices, putting in the work. And that person is going to win, not because they're more talented, not because they're luckier, but because they stopped waiting for permission and started moving. You think the greats sat around worrying about what people thought? You think they stopped grinding because somebody didn't approve? No, they locked in, they stayed focused. They trusted themselves even when nobody else did. And that's the difference. The difference between those who make it and those who don't isn't talent. It's mindset. It's the ability to say, I don't care who doubts me. I don't care who doesn't believe in me. I'm doing this regardless. You've got to get to a point where you stop explaining yourself to people who will never understand your vision. Stop looking for validation from people who have never done what you're trying to do. Some of you are holding back because you're worried about what people will say. You're scared they'll judge you. You're afraid they'll talk behind your back. Let them talk. Because at the end of the day, their opinion doesn't build your dream. Their approval doesn't put in the work. Their validation doesn't change your reality. You've got to stop letting other people's voices be louder than your own. You've got to stop shrinking yourself to make other people comfortable. Some people won't support you, and that's fine. Some people won't believe in you, and that's okay. Because belief starts with you. And once you believe in yourself, once you truly lock in on your vision, nobody can take that away from you. The truth is, the moment you stop looking for approval is the moment you become dangerous. Because now you're not moving based on opinions. You're moving based on purpose. You're not chasing applause. You're chasing results. And that's when things start to change. That's when people start paying attention. That's when the same people who doubted you, who laughed at you, who ignored you, those same people will turn around and ask how you did it. But by then it won't matter because you didn't do it for them. You did it for you. You don't shut people up. Results. Not talking, not explaining, not trying to convince them. Just results. You don't have to prove yourself to anybody with words. You don't have to waste your energy trying to make people believe in you. Just work. Work so hard, so relentlessly, so consistently that they have no choice but to respect what you've built. People love to doubt. They love to sit back and watch, waiting for you to fail. They'll tell you you're wasting your time. They'll tell you you're not good enough, not talented enough, not smart enough. And for some of you, that doubt is loud. It's in your head. It's in your heart. It's making you second guess yourself, making you wonder if they're right. But let me tell you something. There is only one way to answer doubt, and that's to grind. You don't argue with people who don't believe in you. You don't waste time trying to explain your vision to people who can't see it. You don't need to defend yourself, justify yourself, or prove your worth to anybody. Just get to work. Because when you show up day after day, when you push through every obstacle, when you keep grinding even when nobody is watching, that's when you start winning. You see, people respect results. They might laugh at you now, but they won't laugh when they see the success. They might doubt you now, but they won't doubt when they see the numbers, the progress, the consistency. And by that time, you won't even care what they think because you'll know, yo, you didn't do it for them. You did it for you. The problem is, too many people spend more time talking about what they're going to do than actually doing it. They want credit before they've even put in the work. They want recognition before they built anything worth recognizing. Stop trying to be seen and start trying to be great. The recognition will come when it's earned. The respect will come when it's undeniable. You've got to lock in. You've got to wake up every single day and remind yourself, this isn't about proving them wrong. This isn't about making them believe. This is about you becoming everything you said you would be. This is about keeping the promises you made to yourself. This is about knowing that when you look in the mirror, you see someone who didn't quit. So don't waste another second explaining yourself. Don't waste another breath trying to convince them. Let your work do the talking. Let your success be the response. Let your results be the only proof you ever need. It's when you work like that, when you move with that kind of focus, doubt has no choice but to shut up. Too many people are busy watching other people's lives instead of building their own. Too many people are caught up in who's winning, who's making moves, who's getting attention, and they don't even realize that every second they spend watching them is a second they could have spent working on themselves. You see somebody else succeed, and instead of using that as fuel, you start comparing. You start questioning why you're not there yet. You start feeling like you're behind. But let me tell you something. Comparison is a trap. The moment you start focusing on someone else's journey instead of your own, you lose. You lose time, you lose energy, you lose focus, and worst of all, you lose belief in yourself. Everybody's path is different. Everybody's timing is different. Just because they're winning now doesn't mean your time isn't coming. Just because you don't see results yet doesn't mean you're not making progress, but you'll never see your own growth if you're too busy watching somebody else's. You have to understand what's meant for you will never pass you by. But if you're so focused on what someone else has, you'll miss what's already in front of you. You'll waste your energy trying to chase their version of success instead of creating your own. And let me tell you, nothing will drain you faster than living for somebody else's goals instead of your own. Lock in. Focus on you. Stop checking their progress and start making your own. Stop getting caught up in what they have and start appreciating what you have, because the moment you put all that energy back into yourself, everything changes. Your work gets better. Your mindset gets sharper. Your results start coming. You weren't put on this earth to be a spectator. You weren't born to sit on the sidelines watching everybody else win. Your story is still being written. Your time is still coming, but you have to stop being distracted by everybody else's chapter and start focusing on your own. Because when you finally stop watching and start working, when you finally shift your energy from comparison to creation, that's when you step into your true power. That's when everything starts falling into place. That's when you finally become unstoppable. At some point, you have to make a decision. Are you going to keep playing around, keep making excuses, keep putting things off? Are you going to commit fully, completely, no more half-stepping? Because let me tell you something, success doesn't come to people who are interested in it. It comes to people who are obsessed with it. It comes to people who decide that nothing, absolutely nothing, is going to stop them. You can't keep saying you want it, but only giving 50%. You can't keep talking about your dreams, but only working on them when it's convenient. You can't keep saying, I'll start tomorrow, I'll be serious next week, I'll go all in, when the time is right. The time is now, the opportunity is now, the moment is right here. But if you keep waiting for perfect conditions, you'll be waiting for the rest of your life. Too many people treat their dreams like a hobby. They work on them when they feel like it. They put in effort when it's easy. But the people who win in life, the people who make it, they treat their goals like life or death. They show up every single day, no matter how they feel, no matter what's going on around them. They make sacrifices. They cut out distractions. They stay locked in when everybody else is out partying, sleeping in, wasting time. It's not about luck. It's not about talent. It's about commitment. It's about deciding that this is who you are, this is what you do, and there is no other option. It's about refusing to quit, refusing to back down, refusing to be anything less than great. Because if you're not all in, you're already out. You can't keep 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You can't keep playing it safe, holding back, waiting for the right moment to give 100%. You got to jump. You got to commit so fully that failure isn't even an option in your mind. You got to believe so strongly in yourself that doubt has no place in your head. And I know it's scary. I know it's hard. I know there's a part of you that wonders, what if I give it everything and still don't make it? But let me ask you something. What if you don't? What if you never go all in? But what if you never see what you're truly capable of? That regret, that feeling of knowing you could have been more, that will haunt you for the rest of your life. So this is it right now. This is your moment. No more excuses. No more waiting. No more playing small. If you're serious about your dreams, then prove it. Commit. Go all in. Because once you do, once you truly give it everything, that's when life changes. That's when doors open. That's when you separate yourself from the rest. That's when you win.